So this is pretty much my shortest game ever. I'm going to start trying to put out the rest of the games like I said before in my last video. Other than that, it's literally like, I think we went 2 turns, and then you get to hear some rambling about random stuff. But this was prep for a tournament at our local gaming store that we didn't have all the information for, other than it was 2,500 points, and it turned out it was for Grail Quest, so we had to comp our lists and do all this other crazy stuff, and you'll see those games as well here in a little bit. But alright, here's the magic cards that we all got, and then once that's done, you'll see the deployment.
Okay, so we have Dawn Attack, and I got lucky and put everything over here. Steam Tank, 9 Inner Circle Knights with Lances and a Warrior Priest, 4 Demigryphs with Standard Musician and Lances, Hellblaster, Engineer, Celestial Hurricanum, 40 Halberdiers, Archlector's my General, level 4 Life, level 1 Beasts, Battle Standard Bearer, 10 Archers, and all they're over here by themselves. Not able to see anything over the hill. 2 cannons.
2 cannons. And on my side, I have my 1 unit of Dags, my 23 Warriors of Nurgle with Halberds and Shields with the BSB, my Sorcerer Lord on disc of metal. Then I went with 9 Knights, full command, Mark Nurgle, and then my General, which is Exalted Hero, on Steed. Then I have 3 Chariots, 2 regular, and 1 Gorbeast, all marked Slaanesh. And then I have 4 Skull Crushers of Khorne with Resource Weapons and Standard Musician. So I went second. I went ahead and rolled a 1.
Yep.
So he gets to go first. And we'll go ahead and come back after Empire turn 1. I'll actually have a picture of all our spells when I do the battle report. So come back after Empire turn 1.
Movement. The Steam Tank moved up a little bit to get a shot off. These guys just kind of finagled. Nothing else much moved. The Archers moved a little bit. Magic phase, I ended up with something like 9 dice to your 5.
6 dice thrown.
6 dice thrown of vines and didn't miscast, but I got it on a 27, which he decided not to try and dispel, and then I ended my magic phase. He shot a cannonball into these Chaos Knights, killed 2 Knights, and unfortunately did not wound the Lord on the disc.
Yep, turned into a pretty little birdie and went poof. Alright, so off to Chaos turn 1. Alright, so movement looks like this. Just moved everybody up. Like so. And then magic phase, I got, I think it was 5 to 4.
Yep.
Then I got 1 extra dice from channel.
Yep.
Forgot about Throne of Vines, which I could have easily dispelled. Instead, I went for Final Trans on his big unit of Halberdiers. Didn't Irresistible Force it.
Cast
So
on like a
he-
23, though.
Yeah,
It's pretty
It was a
solid.
decent. I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a decent roll, and then he just rolled it. So yeah, we'll see how long my caster lasts with the. Yeah. Oh yeah, and forgot to mention that is a haunted mansion, which we
We have to do that.
have to roll for. I think still.
You do it.
So, anyways, we'll come back after Empire turn dose.
Okay, so the Knights that were here charged a chariot that was about there, I think.
Was there?
Was there. Actually, first he charged this chariot that fled like a coward. And then I redirected into this chariot that I could barely see. And got there handily. Actually, right on the dot.
Yeah, you rolled it.
An
So
8.
16 got an 8.
Yeah. And then won that combat without taking any damage. Overran into this chariot. That was all the charges. Magic phase. I went to cast. I had Throne of Vines up. I went to cast Flesh to Stone on these guys, which he dispel scrolled, and then he used his dice because I used all mine to cast Flesh to Stone to get rid of Throne of Vines.
Yes.
So Throne is gone. No spells in play. There was really no other movement. This cannon moved a little bit. Shooting phase. The Hellblaster unloaded into what used to be a large unit of Knights.
Yay.
I then fired a cannon at those Knights, and it stopped right about there. Because cannons, whatever.
Cannons are laser beams until they
don't want to be.
Fire.
This unit of archers killed a dog. I was hoping to kill one more dog and have them panic away from these cannons.
They're not going to get there.
They're not, but this cannon moved over just in case they get into one. They can't panic them both off the board.
Another one of these guys died from ghosts.
Yes, spooky ghosts. And I think that's it.
Yeah. So now Chaos turn 2.
You didn't panic though. That's a plus.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was movement looks like this. I attempted to charge here because otherwise they're gonna get mulched by the fucking cannon and the cannon. Yeah. Moved him here. Got a massive 2 for my magic phase.
Yep.
So I 3 dice Searing Doom with the small one, thinking, oh, I'm not gonna Irresistible Force on 3 dice because I've been rolling like shit the entire time.
Then you rolled a 17.
Then I rolled double 6s and a freaking 5, and I Irresistible Force and did 2 wounds. 2
for nothing. But you didn't take anything in return.
And and with the, I think I got rolled an 8 on miscast, and nothing happened. Yeah. So in this combat, as you can see, the big blob of nothing here, and the knights, he did 8 wounds.
6 wounds.
6 wounds. Well, technically, you rolled 8.
Rolled 8, yeah.
But he only had 6 left. So the Gorbies went down like without a fight. Then I had only got one of these guys in, which I whiffed every single one of my. I think I got 1 wound.
Yep, this poor knight.
Yeah, I killed one guy with a Juggernaut because the rider whiffed all his attacks. No, he got. I think he actually got 1, which 1 or 2 you saved.
I saved like.
He saved everything.
9 armor saves.
Everything that went into him, he saved.
Except 1.
Except for the 1. Yes. Shut the fuck up. Then these guys moved up.
Preparing to die next turn.
Preparing to get aired to death next turn. These guys missed the long charge. These guys moved up. And I mean, we called it after that, which is the first time I think we've actually finished the game, technically.
Only made it 2 turns.
Yeah, we made it 2 turns, and I got freaking wrecked.
Yeah, next turn, these guys are going to be dead to either a cannon or a Hellblaster, and whatever didn't finish them off, the Hellblaster is going to go into those and just wipe them out. And then he'd have dogs and a wizard left, so we just said, okay, there's no point.
Yeah, I think it came down to poor rolling, like horrible rolling on my part, and it always does that. Every time you and I play, it's
one of us rolls like crap, and the other one rolls amazingly.
Completely, and that's how it happens.
Yep.
That's when that's why I win games, and that's why you win games.
That's how everyone does.
With us,
it always comes down to
constantly
iffy dice rolling from someone.
No, I've had I think one with Jared where I actually both of us rolled well. Or average, rather.
And Jared was playing Skaven, so we won anyways.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So basically, if this combat had gone a different way, we'd still be here playing, because now we still have Juggernauts ready to go, and the Juggernauts can do a lot of damage to my side of the board.
Yeah. But
they would have been too far away to really take out.
At least it wasn't a lot of, like, random crap, because we actually...
No, there's only one miscast.
We haven't played in how long?
A couple months.
Yeah,
we played
it's been a few months.
Other games.
We played War Machine, but...
Yeah.
Which once we want to get everything painted, and then we'll start actually doing that.
But
battle reports for that.
But this game was pretty well played. The only randomness was really your miscast, and that didn't even have much effect on the game in the long run.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just who could have the best rolls, which is how this game's supposed to come down to.
Which was Chris.
This game.
And the Empire, and their cheesy ass Hell Cannon.
Hellblaster.
Sorry.
You have the cheesy ass Hell Cannon.
No, see, it's not cheesy for me because it never works.
That's because you can't roll artillery well.
It's not even that.
You're not used to using it.
No, what happens is I roll my leadership test. It fails its 9-up leadership test and just runs forward and just does nothing.
That's why I like my Hellblaster. It just kind of does its thing.
Yeah, it just goes pew 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 1,000 times and you're dead. So yeah, if these guys had gotten even remotely close enough without getting completely blasted, it may have been a little different.
I mean, the point...
I held them back a little bit too much because I didn't want to get knights in their face.
Yeah. Deployment worked out well for me because I got my Hellblaster and my Engineer on the random roll in the center.
Yeah.
So I could put them together, and then most of your stuff was right across from them. So you had to come into the Hellblaster, which is not good for anyone.
You know, thinking about it, if I had moved my knights up farther, would you have charged them with your knights?
No, probably not. I would have gone for the Hellblaster and the Cannonball. It's more effective to kill your knights than my knights. Because your general, or your hero, would... Well, I don't know.
So cool.
I don't know. I would have thought about it. I would definitely have to think about it. But then I would have rolled 20 on my Hellblaster and killed 5 of them again. You know, rather than my Knights maybe killing 2. So,
Focus,
it's, you know, it's 50 or 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Both would have been valid options. But I think if I'd made that charge, then your Nurgle Warriors would have been able to charge my Knights. And your Chariots would have been able to charge my Knights. And then the middle of the board would have been my shit's all dead and your stuff's all laughing at me.
I mean, you're gonna have at least 2 turns to shoot at me, which
Probably only one more.
no, I'm saying like you would have.
I
If
mean,
I move my Knights,
personally, I
full,
think your Knights would have beat my Knights.
I could
Because
definitely
your
see
Knights
that.
are better than mine by far.
Yeah, but I think
And
I
then
was
I would
a
have
little-
had one turn to shoot before you're charging your Knights into my stuff.
I would have been if I were a little bit more aggressive on the
Yes.
in the beginning because I didn't push my Knights up all the
No,
way.
you did
Like
not.
this right here was I think 2 turns.
Yep.
And it was not even like that would have been technically a full 1 march on 1 turn if I had actually done that.
Yep. You also
But-
didn't flank him with a chariot like you normally do. Well, you started to and then you fled with it.
Yeah.
Because normally you do a really good job of blocking my cannon shots with a chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What I should have done is left the damn chariot there and let the freaking these guys take on the full frontage of your Knights because
Yep.
you would have overran straight into them.
Correct.
And instead of doing that, I figured, oh yeah, I'll flee, and then he won't make the.
At the time, we
8.
didn't really think that charge angle was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't until we looked at it and put the template down that we said, okay, I can see them. We both looked at it at first, and on first glance, it looked like we couldn't see anything else.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a
And
surprise
I, of
to both
course,
of us.
was the nice guy and helped him get around, like
He did.
get around here instead of go straight.
I was going
into
to take dangerous
freaking
terrain
dangerous
tests like a
terrain.
man.
But anyways,
It was a good game.
Yeah.
It was fun to play again. We haven't played in ages.
we're gonna have to do this again so I can
And we got a couple
test out
weeks
my army
to
a few more times.
couple weeks before the little mini tournament.
Yeah, it's 2,500 points, I think, right?
3 games, 2,500 points.
Yeah. I think the last time we did it,
You played really well.
I
You
played
came like second or something.
came in second. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one that beat me was a high elf guy who
Won the whole thing.
he won the whole thing, and I played against him. And the only reason I did horrible is because we did the angled across the board
And
one,
you had to deploy
and
your
I
whole
deploy
army
everything first, and then he literally took like
20 minutes,
just to deploy.
perfectly.
Like he was like, okay, I'm gonna put this guy here,
But
and I'll start angling this way.
but that's his
No,
advantage.
I'm gonna do this way.
But that's his advantage in that tournament.
And
So
it was like
a smart player would
he
do
put
that
his horde of white lions with
with the banner.
gay dragon banner straight in front of both my magic attack and sorcerer weapon
Yep.
skull crushers and my demon prince.
So he did it
So-
exactly how he should have.
Yeah,
He's gonna watch this. And...
whatever.
This,
I'm just being butthurt because I hate that banner.
and,
It
and
indicates
he lost in 2 turns.
yeah, and I just lost in 2 turns against the
An army
army
he has
that I
definitely beaten before.
seriously do not like, just because of the
War
damn
machines.
Blaster. Yeah, the war machines. And of course, I decide my next army is going to be something without war machines either.
But you have Terrorgeists.
Yeah, but
They're
still,
like war machines, only awesomer.
if they don't get hit with a war machine and explode into
You got a
fucking
regen, and you can cast magic to bring them back to
magic missile.
life. I'm such a baby. I attack the darkness.
But we should actually. My younger brother's actually finally here, so we get to
Orcs.
beat his ass against orcs
You'll have
and
to get him on his
goblins.
tail before this little tournament.
Since our Skaven player doesn't
got all
like
my stuff
to
here, so-
play anymore.
Nerd.
Yeah,
That's good.
weak sauce.
Cool.
I think that all of my reports, other than Brawler's Bash, have been against you in the
Most
last
of them.
Yeah,
I think there's 1 against Jared
maybe.
and like
Yeah.
10 against me.
Yeah. I can't play. I'm a wife.
I just ignore my wife. Honey, don't watch this.
My wife condones my Warhammer behavior. She made me that. My armies. Smash. I'm waiting for, like, I didn't put the shelf under here up. That was here when we bought the house, so I'm waiting. Like, I tested it initially, but I'm waiting for, like, the one model that I put on top of there to be, like, the straw that breaks the
You're gonna put
freaking...
like your
Camel's
arms
back.
back up there. It's just gonna fall.
Yeah. I have all the army books up there on top of it, and it's just like, hey, they're heavy as shit. I'll see everything fall down. But anyways,
End this video.
yeah.